Hi. So, Martin, you said that the guys are meant to be funny. You did a really good job with that. So, I'm probably not going to match that, and I'm not wearing red. So, I'm screwed. But Steve said I'm supposed to have fun. And for me, having fun is just kind of going with the flow and winging it and not following the rules. So, we'll see what happens here. Go for it, Ed. So, a lot of times we don't like to talk about the crap in our lives. This was my crap, my mess, a big one. Cleaned that one up, looked around, said, oh, I'm sitting in a whole nother pile of mess I've got in front of me. But I'm probably not the only one. So I just want to ask you for a few seconds to just think about what mess you're sitting in at the moment. Where could your life be a little bit simpler? You could have a little bit more peace. And here's the funny thing. Your answer and the person of the one you're sitting next to and my answer tonight is probably going to look really different on the outside, but the heart of it is actually all the same. It's cool. We're all the same. And the thing that brings us together is this idea that we want love, to be accepted, to know that we're okay. And we think that love is out there somewhere, so we go looking for it, fighting for it. But again, the irony, full of ironies today, it's all here. We don't actually have to go anywhere. But how uncomfortable is it to look inside yourself and look at all the crap you're sitting in and then have to peel through all that to get to the love, because that pile is a mess in and of itself. So we'll go there together. I'll make it easy for you. This idea of should, this if blank, then I'll be all right. Mine was that angel there, be perfect. It's a tall order. Then that's what shame looks like. And yep, it's just as painful as it looks. It's kind of this idea we don't belong here in the first place, right? Who am I to be up on stage today? And the fear, this is a good one. For me, it's always the fear of losing what's giving me love in the first place, because then I'm just stuck with me. And that kind of sucks. So we've all been there. We don't all have eating disorders, but how does all that turn into chaos in our lives? It depends if you can kind of realize that that's all lies and get to the truth, or you just kind of get stuck in the muck. Because when you get stuck in the muck, you do this little dance over there of this trying and hiding, of giving the world a version of you that you think, yeah, that's more lovable, that's more acceptable. Except guess what? That doesn't work. What doesn't work is because it means you're holding on to something. So what are you holding on to? For me, it was this identity as a runner. And how do I keep that? Get the perfect body. Solution, run more, eat less, except clearly I love food. So the eat less part didn't really work. And so it was binge, then purge. Next thing you know, down the rabbit hole of bulimia. And it's that trying and harding part that's unsustainable and can show up in so many different ways. I held on to relationships, hid my true feelings, trying to pretend it's all good. Except really, I wanted out. What do you turn to? I turned to food. I don't know, you might be in a similar situation. What do you turn to? Is it booze? Bury yourself, bury your head in the sand? Who knows? Again, different on the outside, but at the heart of it, it starts in the same place. So what's the alternative? It's this, getting really raw and related with yourself. It's called being honest. That sucks too. But the thing is, you don't just get to do it once, you get to do it over and over, and then it gets easier. At one point, I didn't want to give this talk tonight because that should and the shame that I don't have the research like Doc Martin over there to back up what I'm saying. And the fear that if I get it wrong, you're going to run me out of the room guns blazing. You might still do that. I don't know. But I can either sit in that muck or I can find the truth. The truth is that I had an experience. It was real. It taught me a few things. And I want to share what I learned with you because that's how I changed my life. And maybe it's how you might change yours. And that's it. That's enough. I'm enough. It's that simple. And to me, that's love. And action from that place, that's order. So as you guys listen to the rest of the talks and go home tonight, I'll just ask you to just sit with your mess a bit. Kutch up to it. Get cozy. And instead of looking for solving the problem and finding love out there, come back here. Let that mess teach you about who you really are, the truth of it, and find the love. Live from that place instead. And guess what? You'll put the order right back in your own disorder. So thank you.